Hello, good day to you. Today, my talk is about kernel module. So, another name for kernel module can also be loadable kernel modules. I'll just be going over some ways, with which we can interact with kernel modules. So, kernel modules, they are code that can be loaded and unloaded into the kernel on demand. So kernel module, they extend the functionality of the kernel. That is, they give the kernel ability to do, more than what it can do ordinarily. So there are some commands that you can use to interact with kernel modules on your system. Uh, the first among them will be lsmod. So let's go to the terminal. Uh, my system I'm using here is Ubuntu 16.10, but this command will work on all distros. So the first command is lsmod. Lsmod will tell you all the kernel modules that are currently loaded on your system. So as you can see, we have a lot of them. Let me actually run this again and pipe it to word count. So right now I have 180 modules that are loaded uh, into the kernel. Some of these modules can be loaded, during booting, and some of these modules can be loaded after, the system is already up and running. So this ls mode actually what it does is it reads this file called /proc/modules. So let's check out /proc/modules, or let's do a cat on it. It's a file, so it contains a lot of information, but lsmod gives us a well formatted version of that file. So that is lsmod. So another thing we can check out is modinfo. So modinfo, if you need to get information about a specific module. So if I do lsmod and I feel like, okay, I want to get more information about this video module. So video or clear screen, I'll run modinfo on video. So you see, these are information about uh, the specific module. So you see the file name. The file name gives the directory or the path to the to the module itself, or the license, GPL, description, the author of the module, version, alias, or depends, maybe the dependencies, and lastly, these are parameters, parameters that can be modified, to change the behavior of this particular module. So that is mod info for you. So let's go ahead. Another one is insmod. Insmod, can be used to insert module. So let's actually run. Let me check the man page on insmod, because insmod is actually not the one of the best ways, to insert a module. So for example, if you look at the man page, it says insmod is a trivial program to insert a module into the kernel. Most users will want to use Modprobe instead, which is more clever and can handle module dependencies. So that is exactly what it is. Insmod, before for you to use insmod, you have to know the insmod cannot handle dependencies, because you can have, for example, let us do lsmod again. So actually, let's look at the output of lsmod. Lsmod, the output is, you have the module name, the size, and used by. Used by are like the things that use a particular module, and that is the dependencies. For example, if we look at let's look at this particular module, fs cache. So fs cache is used by sieves. So that means if you want to load sieves, you have to load fs cache. Insmod cannot will not help you to look at the dependency. Modprobe is what you need to use, and that is why we'll look at modprobe. So modprobe, is used to load a kernel. It can also be used to remove a kernel. So for example, let us run modprobe dash dash help. It actually has a lot of options. For example, dash R is to remove a particular kernel. You can remove a particular kernel. You can do a lot of things. You can set the directory name. You can show dependencies. So for example, let's take an example. So let me run mod info on kvm underscore intel. So this module is actually for virtualization. If you are not using virtualization in your system, you might not have it. So I run. So for example, this is mod info on kvm intel. So this module, this kvm intel depends on kvm. So you see. So now if I can run modprobe dash r, I want to remove it. So I removed that module, and if I need to load that module, I will do modprobe kvm underscore intel. I can use the option dash d, uppercase D. So uppercase D will tell me the dependencies, that that this model needs. So you see, that is the Modprobe. I think Modprobe is actually maybe the most important uh, command actually to deal with your kernel. So another thing you can do with Modprobe is you can get even more information. So if you run modprobe-c, so for example, let's look at the help. So dash c, show config. So it shows a lot of config. So for example, we run modprobe-c, you see a lot of information. So if we are looking at, for example, let's grep for kvm. So basically, this is everything that relates to, it gives us a lot of information about everything that relates to KVM, or the alias, the or CPU type, a lot of information about the particular module. So another command is rmmod. Rmmod is also to remove a module. So but like I said, modprobe is better, for either inserting or for removing a module. So another tool actually is systool. So systool, this tool is not on some system. It is not installed by default. For example, on my Ubuntu, I had to install it from this package or sys fsutils. So I already have it installed. So if I run systool dash help, so you see, we can do a lot of things, and one of the things that we can do is get even more information. For example, if you are just interested in getting a lot of information, you can run systool dash v dash m. Let's run it on kvm. You see, it gives us a lot of information, the module name, the attributes, like the size or the version, then the parameters. So it actually breaks down and give us the full name of the parameters, of that module. Then section. So a lot of also information. Let's do it again on kvm underscore intel. So you see again a lot of parameters, that as relate to this model. I made a video actually, that deals with how you can actually change some of these parameters. So by changing the parameters, you can change the behavior of a particular module. So that is that. So another directory that I would like you to be familiar with is sc slash modprobe. So if I run on sc slash modprobe, you see it contains some other files. For example, or if you need to blacklist a particular module, or blacklisting means you are preventing the module from being loaded, or some other configurations, or maybe if there's a particular module on some systems actually, if you want a module to be loaded, on boot time, you have to create a file in this directory and specify that module. But on some newer system, I don't think that is necessary anymore. But some on older system, maybe like Red Hat 6, you will need to create a file and specify the module for it to be loaded on both time. So basically, I think that's like some of the tools that you need to interact with Linux kernel modules. Uh, they are these tools can become very handy. If you need to do some things where you actually need to maybe load some module or remove a module or change the parameter of a module and etc. So yeah, I think that is that. So I hope you find this video informative. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, or if you have any comments or questions, you can put it in the comment section. So thank you for watching. Bye.